Good morning, everyone. It is Wednesday. It is the middle of the week. It is 2 days before Friday. Training this Friday. Excited about it. We're going to do it on mentorship. How to find a mentor, be a mentor, what you can learn from mentorship, why you should use mentor, how many mentors you have. All of it we're going to cover on Friday, 11 a.m. Pacific, 2 p.m. Eastern Time. If you've missed any of the trainings, all the guides, exercises, books are free. Just email me, david@dmeltzer.com. We'll post that and pin that below. david@dmeltzer.com. Kate, good morning. I haven't talked to you in a while. How are you? Please, everyone, happy Wednesday. JP, I owe you a call. Colleen, we're going to meet today as well. It's going to be a great day. Hi, everyone. Hey, look who's here. Laura, good to see you. Good morning. Welcome. Lori Burns, my dear. Great. My groovy gal. Awesome. You got to check her out. There it is. Email me, david@dmeltzer.com or 949-298-2905 to join my text community. That'd be good. Difference between a boss and a leader. Please, my mentor, let me know. So a boss tells you what to do. A leader is an intelligent follower. He's more interested or she is more interested than interesting. A boss tells you what to do, gives you a list, sometimes a motivator, but very rarely an inspirer. A leader is an inspirer. All righty, keep the questions coming. Welcome, everyone. Friday's training's on mentorship, so that was a suiting question. Is it true you can change people by changing yourself? Absolutely. You change the way you look at things, the things you look at change, including other people. Absolutely true. What is the stage theory? Stage theory will be very, very important over the next decade at the very least. The stage theory says the whole world is now your stage, which means you need to learn to capture what you're doing, your frequency, your authentic self. You need to learn how to modify it, how to perpetuate it, and amplify it. So look in there here. Awesome. Anyway, let's take a couple more questions. We'll get going in 2 minutes with some guests of mine, and we'll get a little Q&A going. Do you have a favorite author? I'd have to say my favorite author is Napoleon Hill, and I read him every day. What do you think of Bitcoin? I don't know enough about Bitcoin, but I can give you to people that do. One thing I have learned, and Bitcoin is one of those areas, is if you don't know something, find and help other people. Find someone that can help them. Training is on mentorship, so I'll find someone to mentor you in Bitcoin, not me. But I do know a few things about a few things, and I don't know more than I do know. If that entices you, just email me, david@dmeltzer.com. I got exercises, guides, books. I'll sign it, send it to you. I'm happy for the holidays to empower others, connected to goodness, compassionate capitalism, unstoppable, creating the life you love. I actually wrote with Jack Canfield from Chicken Soup for the Soul. Amazing man. If you were teaching a college class, what subject would you choose? Entrepreneurship or happiness, if they have that course. I think Yale or somewhere has a happiness course. I could kick its butt. That would be my ultimate. All right, let's take one more question and then bring on our guests. How to stay focused. Look, you can only focus in on one thing at a time. So what you want to practice is refocus. Refocus can happen at the speed of light, which means that we can appear as if we are doing 2, 3, 4, or even 5 things at once, be the king or queen of multitasking. But in essence, you are just refocusing. So I practice refocusing between 2 things all the time to speed up that process so that it appears as if I'm doing 2 things, 3 things, 4 things, or even 5 things at the same time. More importantly, it allows me to be productive, more value, accessible to others, and accessing more information, and gracious, finding the light, the love, and the lessons and everything. All right, we are ready. It is bring on the CEO and founder of The Corporate Agent. And here she comes, specializing in helping consulting, executive coach, suppliers of service providers like me. And there's my empty couch. Hello.
Hello.
I love your tree.
Thank you.
It was much better than the other background. I'm like, whoa, this will be interesting. Is this? I thought maybe you would have the Marinettes going or something and say,
Oh, that
oh,
would be
hi,
great.
I'm Angelique, and I'm helping my friend David.
I love it. I love it.
That'd be beautiful. Anyway, you have helped so many people, especially during the pandemic, to empower them, to allow them to know what they're in control of and what they should focus in on. Someone just asked about focus. So, what are
Yeah.
the things that we should be looking at, and how do you help them?
I think the big thing right now, David, is about where is the opportunity? You're here helping thousands and thousands of entrepreneurs. And what we've seen this year is you have to constantly refocus to where the money is. It hasn't stopped flowing. It's just the current has gone in a completely new direction. So you're constantly
You're speaking my
refocusing to,
language. Say it
yeah.
again. Not very many people. I get you. I feel your girl. That's awesome. Yeah. Keep on going.
Yeah.
Sorry. I just had to
Yeah,
notate
no,
that
it's
because
true.
I get
Yeah.
you.
You've got to go to where the money is on the field. And we're seeing people really get stuck and they're seeing lack. And actually, there's nothing but abundance right now. So if you can move into that flow, that's where it is. So that's been our big focus this year.
All right, Angelique, you and I speak the same language. We are at the same frequency. I totally, like, my heartbeat just started racing as you're talking about the field and the flow and the currency and the objects of energy that flow through that and the abundance and the scarcity. What kind of things do you read or have you studied to give you this perspective?
Well, I heard you talk about Napoleon Hill just a few minutes ago. So that is a daily habit of mine.
Me too. Every day.
Absolutely. The science of getting rich is a big one. And even though it's a bit cliche to mention it at this point, one of my go-tos is Rich Dad, Poor Dad. And the reason why I go back to it is because what that book really teaches you to do is constantly retrain your brain to see opportunity where others don't see opportunity. And you were just talking about that in terms of training your brain to refocus. You can do the same thing when it comes to learning to see opportunity. When you're driving down the road, if you're sitting in traffic, make it an opportunity to sit there and look around and say, well, where's the opportunity here? And literally making that a daily practice.
You know, it's so interesting because I saw on Netflix something on psychedelic microdosing or whatever, but it had a great analogy about the brain. And it talked about the brain's like a ski mountain after a
Yeah.
fresh snow. And if you keep skiing down the same path, that those are the things. And that's why depression and anxiety are so relevant today. But also, that's how we build habits, and it can be used to the positive. But we also want to find and ski off the path. And, you know, a lot of times books like Rich Dad, Poor Dad allow us to create new tracks. Now, are you a Sharon Lecter fan as well?
Absolutely. And I like what you're saying about the new tracks. I think even in the studies that we're doing and the books that we're reading, we can actually create old tracks. So there's also that idea of, are you learning from someone new? You were talking about mentorship a few minutes ago. Are you learning from more than one mentor? Are you doing things in a contrarian way sometimes just to create a pattern interrupt in your day? It's really easy, even those of us who are constantly exploring mindset and asking ourselves, can we go to another level? We can still have those tracks in the mountain and get stuck.
Now, one of the most woo-woo spiritual way out there books that I read every day is The Course in Miracles. And it's taken
Mm.
me 5 years. I still read it every day, but 5 years to understand from, I still remember the first time I read and I'm like, what the heck? This is obvious, I give meaning to everything I see, or, these illusions of the ego and forgiveness. I'm like, and now I'm addicted to it. I've created a track of the course. Have you studied the Course in Miracles? Are you aware of it?
I'm read it, I'm aware of it, have not studied it, not to the degree you have. I was going to say the biggest, I would say, woo-woo from my perspective that I've gone is into human design. And that's something that I feel like there's just one layer after the next layer to understand your human design and how to get it to work with you. And, this conversation that we're having, I have to just say, for all your viewers and followers, what's so great about what's happening this year are these woo-woo conversations are happening inside of organizations now that used to not talk about this stuff. So it's not just us entrepreneurs out here exploring this anymore. We're hearing this more and more from top business leaders and executives, and that's pretty exciting stuff.
Oh yeah, and I have to cut my Instagram live a little bit short today because I have thousands of people at Telcel, in Mexico City to hear the woo-woo pragmatic blend of
Yeah.
currencies. I call it the blend of currencies, currency of money with the currency of faith. Both are objects of energy that we put into the flow to get what we want. But I love the conversations as well. And one of the things that I have found, and I'd love for you to share, is that the more I study the woo-woo stuff, the more mathematical and technological and pragmatic everything seems to get. I get more simple and mathematical in every context, from human-made constructs to a human operating system to mindfulness. But it's so interesting that it starts off as an appearance of an ethereal idea of a woo-woo in very, for me, resistant yelling type of opportunity. And then as I study it, I pay attention and give intention to it, it becomes very logical and very mathematical. Have you
Well,
experienced anything like that?
Well, I'm a bit of a physics nerd,
Me too.
and so everything that we study in the woo-woo realm is actually has the corresponding law on the physics side. So I couldn't agree with you more. And there was a book I read years ago. It had some faults to it for sure. It was called God the Evidence. And it was really fascinating, and it went on sort of an exploration of the woo-woo side, the spiritual side, and how much that's actually connected to the physics world. It was pretty fascinating. So, there's definitely some faults to it, to the book. It wasn't perfect, but for those who want to kind of explore that a little bit, that's a good option.
Yeah, and if you can study, our great physics leaders that have won Nobel Prizes in science, Max Planck, Einstein, obviously, Castanedis. There's just so many people in history that are like serious mathematicians that also call themselves sorcerers. Not sorcerers in the wizard sense, but sorcerers in the sense that they understand the source of the light, the love, and the lessons that we're all here experiencing in our journey. Last question, real quick. This is so awesome. So how do we take all of this mishmash, all of this monkey noise, and turn it into a business to empower other people? Because you and I are in the same business. You empower 25,000 or more businesses. You are empowering them to empower other people, which is why I love entrepreneurs and businesses, because it just doesn't stop with them. How do you reconcile all of this mess into a very focused, pragmatic business?
I'm a big fan of a term out of the military called force multiplier. And that is to really look at one thing in particular that can be a force multiplier for you. If you dilute your effort, it's like putting some food coloring in the ocean. It doesn't really do very much. So you've got to find that one thing. For us, it's very clear. It's, partnering and working through corporations as a force multiplier. But this is a force multiplier, what you're doing right now, working through associations, working through nonprofits. Those are all force multipliers. So you've got to find your force multiplier and then practice essentialism. Go all in on that element and really stick with it so that you can get somewhere, you can make a dent. If you're running around like a chicken with your head cut off, it's not going to do the world much good.
Well, I know you and I have been together in past lives leading the way. I can feel it, especially since we're on the woo-woo realm. I'll tell people right now, this isn't the first time I've lived in your realm. So I am so appreciative of everything you do. Please spread the word and anything I can do to assist you. I know people can find you at Angelique Rewers, Rewers. Where else can they find you in your company?
They can also find us online at thecorporateagent.com.
You're awesome. Please come back and visit me and enlighten me. I
Okay.
appreciate you so much. Thank you.
Thank you so much.
You're awesome. Thanks, Angelique. All right. You heard it here first. The corporate agent, Angelique Rewers. And hopefully I pronounced that right. They didn't give me any of the pronunciation, and I wasn't more interested than interesting to find exactly. So my apologies if I did. It's Rewers at Angelique Rewers. At Angelique Rewers. All right, I'm going to put my foot in my mouth. Ugly Christmas is here. Give me a few moments. We will get started early. Thank you. I got a Telcel speech today. So excited about speaking to that great organization, and so grateful for the support as well. Training on Friday, David at dmeltzer.com. It's free. My books are free. My exercises, my guides are free. reach out to me. I'm here to help, to be of service. I answer everything myself. May be brief, but it will be from me. If you don't believe it's me, don't ask me to send you a voice or a video. You're going to get one with my shirt off, and that's not pretty. All right. Anyway, I'll text you 9949 298 2905. It's pinned right below. David at dmeltzer.com. 949 298 2905 is my text community. Join me. Get your books, exercises, guide for free. If you miss any of my training, they are featured on Spotify. There's a playlist of my podcast called The Playbook. You just need to give me a thumbs up, a good comments, share it with your friends. Playbook is kicking butt. We have the greatest billionaires, millionaires, entrepreneurs, celebrities, athletes, entertainers, and my training's the #1 download. So join us if you miss anything at The Playbook, and get to The Playbook, and it's on every single platform. It's featured on Entrepreneur. It's featured on Spotify. You'll love it. All right, let's take one question and then bring my friend Fred from the Ugly Christmas sweater.com. He's the man. How does someone get featured on your live? Email me, David at dmeltzer.com, if you want to go live with me. David at dmeltzer.com if you want to go to my training. David at dmeltzer.com if you want to download the podcast. If any questions, guides, exercises, training, David at dmeltzer.com, or join my text community, 949-298-2905. Connected to goodness. We all are. Let's bring on my friend. This will be a cool conversation. Here we go. Fred Hajar, my boy, where are you? My ugly Christmas, my man. uglychristmassweater.com and themaskmarket.com. If you guys haven't checked out uglychristmassweater.com, this business is blowing up. They have set the trend for ugly Christmas sweaters. Even if you're Jewish, you got to wear an ugly Christmas sweater. I think they got some ugly Hanukkah sweaters too. We are having trouble connecting with Fred. Come on, Jar. What's up, Freddie? Come on, give me some good internet connection. We're pumping here. Let's go. Let's go. All right. Give it another try. Give it another try. Log in, log out. Let's try that again. I'll answer some questions while you do that. We still got a little time. How to become positive even still. How to become positive even still in problems. You just want to spend minutes and moments in fear, in anxiety, in anger, in the need to be right, offended, separate, inferior, superior, anxious, frustrated, angry. And you just spend minutes or moments there by stop, dropping, and warn. But you can't do it unless you become aware that you're in fear or ego-based consciousness. So you got to practice ending fear. Fred, make sure your phone. All right, we'll get Fred back in here. Here we go. More questions are coming in. Thank you, everybody, so much. Favorite thing to do at the beach? Play one-on-one football with my 10-year-old son. One-on-one football consists of a field that is in the sand 40 yards by about 20 yards. And we play one-on-one. You can pass the ball to yourself. You can shotgun the ball to yourself. And you get 4 downs to score. So you don't get any first downs. And the scores are usually something like 56-49. And I usually kick Miles' butt. Join us Sunday for the Miles Gram if you want to ask me and my son some questions on the weekend. More casual, more fun. Football, especially questions he's good at. PlayStation and Xbox questions he's good at as well. And playing on the breach he's good at. How long have you practiced? Oh my goodness. 5 years is the Course in Miracles, 15 years on my journey of expansion and growth. So here we go. What is your morning mantra and ritual? My morning mantra and ritual starts at 9 p.m. tonight. My tomorrow starts today with an unwinding routine. Unwinding is a warm-up to sleep. Sleep being one of the most essential things for subconscious and unconscious growth. So my tomorrow starts today at 9 p.m. with an unwinding routine. I then wake up every morning at 4 a.m., meditate for 20 minutes, 10 minutes to get ready, and then I go ahead and have a minimum of an hour on my health. Then an hour and a half with my family, then an hour and a half studying, and then executing on that studying all day long. Back to an hour and a half with my family, back to an hour and a half in studying, and 9 o'clock unwinding routine. I also have an adaptable routine because if you want to make God laugh, come up with one of those well-developed plans. And so I have an adaptable routine that is based on my values. Good morning, Bonnie. I can't wait to see the video. of what we're doing for the holidays. Thank you so much for helping me. Thank you so much for your beautiful gifts. If you have not checked out Posh Notions, you are missing out. There's some great gifts for Hanukkah and Christmas. How many hours do you sleep? I fall asleep somewhere between 9 and 11, and I wake up at 4. So minimum 5 hours, maximum 7 hours. So every single day. And it is a track on my sled there. Yes, we always save this and repost it. Also, you can reach, if you want, just out to me, david@dmeltzer.com. How do you deal with anxiety? I cancel it. I stop, drop, and roll as a ferocious Buddha, being aware of what makes me anxious. And then I stop. I don't resist it. I don't go around it, over it, under it. I just find the key, which is breathing, to find my higher self. I don't want to live the myth of Sisyphus, where you push a boulder up to the top of the hill and have it roll back down for the next day. That's depressing. That'll create anxiety. TLC, yes, it be. That's the Transformational Leadership Council. Blessed to be on it with all of my friends. Thank you for joining me. Jake, are we good with my friend Fred coming back? I hope so. I want to talk about ugly sweaters. How do I stay motivated and focus on anything I begin? Well, first of all, you got to understand the difference between motivation and inspiration. Motivation gets you up, gets you back up. Inspiration gets you there. So determine that. And then to be focused, you want to practice refocus. So meaning you can only focus on one thing at a time. That's all the mind can do. So what we want to do is refocus at such a speed that it appears, and productivity and accessibility are equivalent in the nature of doing two things at once. So practice refocusing. So be on a call and take emails, be on emails and look at something else. But continually practicing refocusing will create more efficiencies, effectiveness, statistical success. It'll allow you to be more productive. It'll allow you to be more accessible. It'll allow you to be more gracious. It'll allow you to find more light, love, and lessons in everything you do, expand, grow, accelerate, compound your interest to life. All of these great things by practicing refocus. Can't fall asleep prior to 12 a.m. If I'm in bed by 9 p.m., then don't be in bed at 9 p.m. But have an unwinding routine at 12 a.m. It doesn't matter what time, so please go ahead and utilize your own schedule. But the key component that we have is sorry, I'm getting the ugly Christmas at ugly Christmas. You guys see it? He's here, just waiting for him to join. Here we go. We're persistent in getting on. We don't give up on anyone, even when we have these time constraints. We will give every effort. Oh, he declined me. Jake, he declined me. I'm hurt. What the heck? Fred, my man, founder of the uglychristmassweater.com. My friend Fred is having trouble, but let's give him some support at ugly.christmas, uglychristmassweater.com. And he has the maskmarket.com, growing company. Great idea. Knows his frequency. All right, let's try this again. I see him there. We'll get him on. Fred's like me. He's not going to quit on you. He's not going to quit. Nope, Fred's going to come online. Here he goes. Everyone, focus on Fred coming online at the ugly.christmas. Here we go, uglychristmassweater.com, maskmarket.com. Come on, Fred. Your internet can do it. He spends all his money on sweaters, so the internet, he's on dial-up, I think. I don't know what's going on. Hopefully you don't have Zoom open. I've seen this happen when other people have other apps that are open. So if you want to close out your other apps, we're waiting for him to come. Do you provide business mentoring? I do. I have free trainings on Friday. Just email me, david@dmeltzer.com. Join my text community, 949-298-2905, right below. I have group opportunities for business mentoring, and then I have one-on-one business mentoring. I need to be profitable, meaning I need to make you profitable and guarantee it. I only work month to month, and I 100% guarantee every single month. So please reach out if you're interested in my mentoring, david@dmeltzer.com. I guarantee success. What makes a good leader? To be an intelligent follower. If you're an intelligent follower, you will be a great leader. That means that you need to be more interested than interesting. You need to. Well, are you kidding me? We finally done it. Persistence.
There we go. Sorry.
You made the coolest. Are you sending me that sweater, bro? What the heck? Please send me that sweater. How much do I owe you?
Nothing.
That thing is, dude, You got to send me that sweater. That is so cool. And
Well,
it's ugly. That's what I love about it. That is so
yeah,
cool. Oh my God, I got to get one made for my new TV show, 2 Minute Drill. I'm going to send you a logo. I'll pay
of
for it, but
course. No,
I'm,
no, send me
I'm
the logo. I would
yeah,
love to.
yeah, man. Maybe we'll have to get you on the show. This would be awesome. You could be a judge or you could pitch. Either way, it'd be great. Anyway, how is this season? The online season's crazy. You guys have built, you and I have been friends for a few years. You built quite a great business with the ugly sweaters. And now I see you have the maskmarket.com as well, which we'll talk about. But how's business going with the ugly sweaters? I know that thing's selling out right there. Everyone, you want an S1M sports marketing sweater, you got
Yeah,
to call Fred.
yeah.
Or a 2 Minute Drill sweater. I'm sending logos and I'm paying for them.
Do it, do it. I will rush them out. That's really been the focus on this year has been custom on demand. I think it really changed really fast this year. Of course, there's not as many virtual or Christmas parties, but virtually people are still celebrating. People are doing it just for buying a sweater just for social media to get likes or whatever it may be. And I think this year we really, really focused on a push to do sweaters for companies. And I'll talk about mass market later, but we did so many custom sweaters. I mean, we're talking about like Bud Light Seltzer, Heinz
Oh,
ketchup,
oh yeah.
like Microsoft, Pepsi, Frito-Lay, Salesforce. I mean, the list goes on with
You
tons
got to
of,
tell those companies to allow you to retail those to be the distributor for those. I know, talk about a win-win. Nike was one of the first companies to put their brand on apparel and couldn't believe that people would pay to advertise their brand. These
true.
companies, you got to build that channel partnership in the model to allow you, when you make the sweater, to distribute it to the public as well for free branding and marketing.
Yeah, no, I tell you, you're right. I think we just like we've done tons of collaborations, and it's funny. I know you're really into gaming.
Yeah,
Last year we did one with PewDiePie and
yeah.
Ninja. We where we sold their apparel, they marketed it, and they almost got like a royalty based on the amount they sold.
Next season we're going Ferocious Buddha, so I'll send you the logo. I'm bringing all
Okay.
my companies from the TV shows I have, from everything I do. You and I are going to coordinate into a channel partnership, and you're going to sell all my merch because I love that sweater, man. That
That's
thing.
awesome. Okay.
I'm so glad that we got the connect because this is great. Now, why do you think? And you guys were in the game early with the ugly sweaters, and you helped to create, the trend. But why do you think people enjoy it so much? What is the emotional attachment?
I mean, I think just like as you saw when we first appeared on after having the audio trouble or the trouble, I think you it brought a smile to your face. I People need a reason to be festive to bring joy, and I think when you see someone wearing a sweater, it turns heads, and you can't help but notice it. It's different. I mean, what was once ugly is somewhat trendy now, but it also has the ugly way. But I think it's almost like a Halloween costume. You go to the party, and the person dressed up with the most crazy sweater or a costume is gets attention, and they win. And people want to do that with the sweaters, and I think that's really helped.
Well, it's certainly, I think if people watch the replay of this, they'll see it on my face. If that's the reaction and connection that you're trying to get from people, what a great gift for your company, for your family, for people that may not feel connected right now. Now, you've also pivoted and you have the massmarket.com. How'd that come about?
So that happened in right around March. We have like our own a facility, or we have a production facility where we make t-shirts, hats, hoodies, whatever it may be, even sweaters, all on demand. And that facility, I mean, with no corporate events, no birthday parties, that really took a huge hit. And instead of letting employees go, we decided to quickly adapt and figure out a way to cut, sew, print, on-demand sweaters all within a 24-hour process. We had the machinery, but we built the technology really, really fast. And what really, really picked up is, I don't know if I should have a samples here somewhere, but putting your face on a sweater, on a mask.
Yeah.
I wonder if I can grab one. But yeah, it's basically taking a selfie of yourself, and then the actual mask will look like your face, like it's your mouth and nose. Yeah.
And what's the material that you guys use, or do you use multiple different types?
So it's a blend of polyester and cotton.
It's
Um,
washable.
yes, washable, 3-ply, slot for a filter, adjustable, um, uh, ear loops, and then at the same time, it's all made in the USA.
Yeah. And where do you guys have your manufacturing at in the U.S.?
Michigan.
Oh, there's
That's
a
where
lot
we're
of
at now.
Michigan going on.
Yeah.
That a boy. Yeah, everything's great about Michigan except for their football team. So, uh, I love that. But yeah, there's something special about Michigan. As a great entrepreneur, and that's where I love to seek knowledge from. What are some of the best pieces of advice that you can give people in evolving and pivoting in their own businesses? What were some of the things you looked at when you said, okay, instead of letting everybody go and quitting, I'm going to find opportunity and make more money from this, because with great change comes great opportunity. I'm going to take advantage of this. I get the mindset. I teach the mindset, but pragmatically, you have a whole facility. How did you quickly create technology, find the need, like all the pragmatic things that you did to help entrepreneurs out there?
I think, when I first started, I read this quote. It was, everyone gets lucky breaks, but few capitalize them. Always hear when an invention comes out, you always hear someone say, wow, I thought of that 5 years ago. I can't, but you didn't capitalize. And I think we had the structure, the facility, the machines to capitalize. I don't want to say this is a lucky break, it's a pandemic, but we needed to keep these jobs, and we really wanted to not only adapt into a whole new business. And I think um, during the pandemic, we really, really worked quick to make sure we were, relevant again.
It's so funny you say that, because when I was like 5 or 6 in Akron, Ohio, my grandfather, like the special day out, was taking us to 31 Flavors, which became kind of Baskin Robbins, but you called it 31 Flavors back then. And I told my grandpa, why don't they take 2 waffles and tie them together with licorice, and then put a sundae or a banana split in the big as a big cone, and then like the story gets better, because I'm the chief chancellor of Junior Achievement University right now. We have 100 million alumni. There's more women than men now. It's a beautiful organization. I've Sharon Lecter, Jack Canfield, Bob Proctor, Brian Tracy have all donated to these kids, right? But when I was 10, I was a junior achievement kid. This is the idea that I used, and I won the competition, the pitch competition, for my big cone, for a banana split cone. I forget what I called it.
No way.
And then no more than 2 years later, it started, there was one on South Mission Beach, and then all around the country, the
Wow.
waffle cone became big, right? So that's an exact example of, there's a
Wow.
million great ideas out there because we're all connected. I know that Prince and Michael Jackson both used to say that they'd wake up in the middle of the night with music in their head or lyrics in their head, and they'd have to write it down because they're afraid that one or the other guy would access it before him, right? Because they understand that we're connected to it. And so I think that's a great lesson to learn. Anyway, where can people find, I know it's uglychristmassweater.com, massmarket.com, at ugly.christmas. Where can they find you? Where can we order sweaters for our companies? Do we have enough time to get it for Christmas? How long does it take? Give me some details, because I'm going to put my order in today.
So with the stock sweaters, we're shipping same day up until 4 p.m. We have 50 people plus in the warehouse now fulfilling orders. Definitely a busy time for us. Massmarket.com. Everything is done on demand. Usually it takes anywhere from same day to the next day it'll ship. But
Wow.
we know with what's going on at the post office with all the delays, we're really upgrading the shipping on almost everything, no matter what method you choose. I know the importance of getting it in time. On demand, 1 to 2 days, we'll ship it out. Like, for example, this sweater right here, at 9 a.m. today, I submitted the request.
Wow. And you're gonna go right down to shipping and get it to 23 Rancho Circle, right? Right to me. I'll get you my address.
Yeah.
I'll text you my
What
credit card.
size?
Yeah, large.
Large. Okay.
But hey, give me some thumbs up. I'm gonna put an order in if you want either a playbook
Oh,
sweater, an S1M sweater, or a 2-minute drill sweater. If you guys want to give me a thumbs up or email me at david@dmeltzer.com. I'm ordering. I'm buying gifts for people. You want to buy directly? Go ahead. You can buy directly at the uglychristmassweater.com. But let's put a whole bunch of orders in. If you want those, I might even throw in a Ferocious Buddha logo. I haven't done one of those, but hopefully you'll get them all out to me before Christmas. There's a bunch of thumbs up. Justin's first one in. You got to make sure you tell me which one you want. Sports One Marketing, the playbook, or 2-minute drill. Maybe Ferocious Buddha. I haven't decided yet because I haven't launched that brand, but it's my brand. I love it. Anyway, Fred, it's so good to see you.
You too. Thank you so much.
You look so good, man. And please reach out. Let's do more stuff. Let me get you on my TV show. You'd be a great contestant or a judge.
Awesome. Thank you so much.
You got it, Fred. Great job. Thank you.
Bye.
All right. Get your Dave Meltzer ugly Christmas sweaters at uglychristmassweater.com. Love it. Love it. Look at all the thumbs up. Awesome. Email me. If you're giving me a thumbs up, Christine, I see you there. 2-minute drill. Email me, david@dmeltzer.com. Let's take some orders and get those in. Please email me, david@dmeltzer.com, or join my text community, 949-298-2905. If you want my books, exercises, and guides, you can mention that as well. Thank you. Let's take a couple more questions. Make sure you email me because I'm not sure I can capture and reconcile all these people, but I'm glad that you want them. Make sure you email me, david@dmeltzer.com, if you want a sweater. All right, please do email me or text me, 949-298-2905. Colleen, you'll be first on my list, so thank you. All righty, here we go. Last question before training on Friday. Mentoring, training on Friday. Check it out. How do you manage your time every day to be consistently the best you can be for 24 hours a day? Student in my calendar. Taking inventory of my values, asking and tracking, but being a student in my calendar, checking and studying what I have planned, what I don't have planned in my sleep, with a lens of productivity, accessibility, and gratitude. Okay? Also, give me your sizes, by the way. I know this was impromptu, but email me, david@dmeltzer.com, with your sizes and the sweater you want. 2-minute drill, playbook, Sports One Marketing. Let me know. 949-298-2905. 949-298-2905 is my text community. Thank you, everybody. Training on Friday. 8 is on mentoring, 11 a.m. Pacific, 2 p.m. Eastern. If you miss anything, it's featured on Spotify. It's featured on Entrepreneur and every platform. The playbook is featured, okay, on all of those. So there's no excuse not to watch the trainings. I know Fridays are tough. We still get over 20,000 people registered for those. So please check it out. Enjoy, empower yourself to empower others to be happy. And remember, most importantly, everybody, be kind to your future self and do good deeds. Thank you so much.